actually start off by more or less introducing myself. My name is Kevin, not that that's really relevant to the future videos to come, but I think it's always best to give people a bit of an idea of where your fundamental thinking comes from, and hopefully they'll be a little bit more respectable based on any what you say, do, or videos, etc. that ultimately may be created for this channel. So my religious beliefs within itself, because this channel is basically going to be about talking about politics, religion, or anything that basically comes to my mind that I may have an opinion on. And yes, religion we will eventually be talking about, as well as science within itself. I might even mention them a little bit in this here introduction video. So basically my religious beliefs within itself is I am what they refer to as an agnostic, which I think stems from the concept of me being a young child. For if you're not really sure what agnostic is, I guess the simplest definition that I could give you is that I believe in something, some kind of divine creature, entity, life form, whatever you want to refer to it as, that exists, but I don't really believe in any specific one that actually correlates to any kind of religion known to man. And I think that idea it stems itself from probably my childhood, because as a young child, we're talking like the ages of 6 and 7 and 8, I used to contemplate what death was like, laying in my bed, in the dark, thinking about what death was, what it was like to be dead, at a child, mind you, so keep this in mind. So I started to, at a young age, start to get this fear of death within itself. And I think on some level, whether you believe in God or not, or any kind of divine creature, you fear death within itself. So I think my choice to believe that there is something is, I guess you could almost say, the fear of death and hoping that there is something more after my death. So it could be that my overall idea of wanting or needing to believe in a divine figure stems from fear itself, the fear of dying and literally turning into nothing. The consciousness dies, etc., etc., etc. In fact, I still remember as a child laying in bed thinking about and imagining what life would be like, questioning it. So like when we die, if we do have a soul, does it just hang out in the coffin and be like, so this is what death is like? There is no heaven. I'm just going to hang around in this wooden box or this pile of dirt, whatever the case may be. So yeah, I think ultimately my religious beliefs within themselves stem a combination of my own experiences, as well as something that manifested itself at a young age, which was ultimately the fear of death within itself. But I also pride myself on being an open-minded person and to respect other people's beliefs, be they religious, atheist, etc., etc., etc. I pride myself on being a very open-minded person within itself. When it comes to, say, politics, I'm not a very political person. I don't really follow everything that goes on. I'm not a big fan of watching the news in general. That started at a young age as well. I never enjoyed watching the news. My parents watched the news a lot when they were younger. They don't seem to do it a lot nowadays when I'm over at their house, etc. They mostly watch random reality TV shows, which is another subject probably for another video within itself. So yeah, overall my political beliefs is I don't really follow any particular, like Republic, Democrat, Liberal, Tea Party, or anything of that nature. I don't believe in the system, so I don't vote. To me, I look at it as nothing but a bitching contest. You have a variety of people that vote for somebody, and if they don't do or say what they're going to do, or they do the opposite of what they said they were going to do, people that voted for them bitch about them. People that didn't vote for them bitch about them. And of course, this works the complete opposite. Right now, everybody seems to be bitching about Obama, but from my own personal opinion and ways that I think is that, like I said, I consider it a bitching contest. So even if Romney had won or any other person had won, people that didn't vote for that person would be bitching about the things that he or she did or does or doesn't do. And even people that did vote for that person will start to complain about the shit that they do. You even have people, which in my opinion is the dumbest thing of all, is people that don't even vote and they bitch about stuff that the presidents do. or mayors do. And to me, it's like, it doesn't make any sense. To me, in my opinion, you don't really have a right to really complain because you didn't vote in the first place. So yeah, I don't believe in the system. I also don't complain a lot about it. Because I don't vote within itself. But that's not to say that I don't have an opinion on certain subjects that people are ultimately arguing about within themselves, that go on in society as a whole, alright? So that pretty much sums this concept up of a little bit about who I am, political-wise and religious-wise, my beliefs. Again, I hold myself to be a very open-minded person, to kind of think outside the box and to come up with different solutions or ideas or theories or whatever it may be, to correlate certain things together. I ultimately, when it comes to certain things, like I said, I try to think outside of the box, because unfortunately, I think that's the biggest problem with people in this world today, is they don't think outside of the box. They want their opinion, their ideas to be the one true thing. And I think that's the reason why many people always butt heads, be they a religious person, creationist, atheist, agnostic, or people in the middle, or not nowhere in the middle, out on the side, left field, right field, whatever the case may be. And I think that's one of the main reasons why people are always just butting their heads together, is because you have this idea that they want to be right so bad, to believe in what they believe in, that they stop using rationality or the ability to think outside of the box. So I try to respect all people's opinions, as long as they respect my own opinions. It's one of those things, I won't insult you if you don't insult me, alright? There's no need to tell me I'm going to go to hell because I don't follow your particular God or something of that nature. I think that's rather disrespectful within itself for any person of any religion to actually correlate the idea that you're going to go to some kind of underworld because you don't follow their particular religion or beliefs or anything of that nature. So I hope you enjoyed this quick introduction video into the small idea, into the depths and the minds of me, myself, obviously me and myself, and I will see you next time on Rogue Skeptic.